Hi everyone, it's Susan. Welcome to my channel, and I want to thank all of you who are my subscribers. You've given me an idea. Yes, I do the videos and I do answer your video requests, but sometimes I notice as the week progresses, I'll get several that are on the same theme. So we've decided, my staff and I, to create a new segment called Top 3 Requested. And what that is I will be looking at questions 3 that have the same theme. So today I'm starting with insecurity. So has anybody ever felt insecure in a relationship, situationship, don't know what I got ship? This is shot from 3 different angles. But before I start, before I read each one of these questions, I want to give you an overview. If you find yourself feeling insecure in your relationship, in your dating life, or even in your existing long-term partnership, I want to ask you to ask yourself 3 questions. 1, is it me? Am I inherently insecure? Do I know this about myself to be a general truth? 2, is it my partner? Is my partner doing something or not doing something that's creating me to feel insecure? And if so, is it conscious or is it unconscious? And number 3, is it the situation in which I find myself? Within this situation or construct, am I with my partner in a place that is naturally uncomfortable and unsettling? If you can find the answer to those questions, you are on your way to getting your relief. So, 3 questions. The first of which is from Kirstin. And Kirstin, thank you. I realized this came in a long time ago. Kirstin writes, "Hello. I've been dating a divorced man with 3 kids for almost 2 years now. I've never dated someone with kids, and it's extremely hard to understand the relationship he has with his ex. It seems that they're friends and they talk way more than just about the kids, and I'm struggling to feel secure in the relationship, even though he told me there is nothing going on between them. Help." Quick analysis without talking to you. Well, I feel, Kirstin, that perhaps it's you in this case. So here's the thing. You've never been a blended person into a family. So you're already uncomfortable with, 1, you're uncomfortable in this platform, and 3, the number 3rd part is that you're uncomfortable in this dynamic. Now, the question that we really have to ask focuses in on the second part, 1, 2, and 3. Is it you? Is it your partner? Is it the situation? Number 2, is your partner in right order? Has your partner been including you in these family events? Or does he just toddle off with his ex-spouse and they're just chatting and having a good time? Do you feel that you're included? Do you feel that you've been integrated into the family, that you have a solid place? Are you recognized as the girlfriend? 2 years. So are you recognized as the partner? So if any part of how he's handling this is off, it will augment your discontent with the construct and your natural insecurity for a new format. I'm guessing because it's 2 years, he's not helping you. So you need to speak up. You need to let him know, listen, this is new for me. You have a great relationship with your wife. I'm glad about that. You co-parent. I'm not feeling accepted or integrated into this family dynamic. Here's what I'd like you to do. And then be very specific. You guys left me out of Thanksgiving. You kind of had me come over at dessert. That didn't feel good. So Kirstin, this is on you to figure out where he's out of order. And by the way, just an FYI, from my colleagues and from my friends that have been, on that side of dating the divorced guy with the kid or the divorced female, you would rather they get along well with their ex than not. Because that's a real downer to have your partner come back every time he or she has to deal with co-parenting and have these horrible stories of what's going on, that they so hate their ex. Okay? So, number 1, is it you? Number 2, is it your partner? Number 3, is it the situation? All right. Now, Tania writes the second question here. She's with a married man. Kind of 1, 2, and 3, right? Please, could you do a video on having an affair with a married man? Well, not exactly, because that, although it does happen, Tania, this is something I'm not going to go into because this is really something that needs to be counseling, okay? But I'm covering it in this one because it's about insecurity. Can it ever end well? Should I believe him when he says he is unhappy in his marriage and loves me, but is unable to leave because they have a baby on the way? Sometimes he chases me and other times he pushes me away. He says it's because he does not want to hurt me. He gets jealous if I date other people. I am in love with him. Okay, Tania, this is where I wish I could take you on my own, put you down on the couch and have a ch-ch-ch-ch with you. Girl, all right, I'm not here to judge. I am nobody's moral police. You know, karmically, if you do that, it's going to happen to you. You'll find yourself in love with somebody that's married and go, oh my gosh, now what do I do? So first off, can it ever end well? Well, yes, and here's why. Do you really think that everyone who is currently with their partner, both of them, completely, cleanly ended their former relationship before they started to get together? Probably not. So yes, of course, it can work out. However, in your specific case, given what you've told me, I'm going to say no. The man has a baby on the way. The likelihood of somebody leaving with a baby, that is a very slim possibility. That tends to happen when the kids are 10 plus years old. People will grind it out that first decade just to make sure that the kids are stable and do it someplace when they're in high school, as they're starting to round the corner to college. They normally don't break up small children. It's not an infant on the way. Okay? So for you, my dear, surround yourself with people who love you. He's not the only man in the world. And really ask yourself, you're not insecure for no reason. This is all 2 and 3. This is him, and this is the setup. You're in a no-win situation that's going to be impossible because he's got an infant on the way, a baby on the way. The man would be a complete cat. And 2, he doesn't have a right to reserve you and can't step up. So don't listen to the words, watch the actions. The man's not going to leave his baby mama. He's not. I urge you to ask yourself, what do I love, admire, and respect in this man? Really? And that one's on you. Okay, here we go with the third one. Insecurities. All right. Can someone fall back in love with you? And this is from Petra. Petra writes, can someone who was once deeply in love with you fall back in love with you again? And what would it take to do that? This is a best friend who was in love with me for a few years. And then I fell in love with him and confessed. And he said he wasn't in love with me. We were inseparable and love each other deeply, but I feel I was too clingy. We haven't spent time together in months. It feels like a breakup. Now, Petra, I'm guessing you're young, very young. Here's what I would do if I were you. You are chastising yourself for being clingy, but after all, you did confess your love. I think he's reprimanding you because you got there late. So this is kind of on both you and him, but predominantly him. So here's what happens in a relationship like this. If one partner has been keen on you for a long time and it takes you a long time to step up and admit it, by the time you do, something cataclysmic happens for this person. One, their fantasy becomes a reality. Sometimes they can't follow through. The idea of you loving you at a distance is easy, but now that you say you love them, okay, this makes it a reality. So it takes it out of the comfort zone of friendship and now catapults it into the real world, which I think he wasn't ready for. 2, there could also be a bit of him punishing you because he was hanging out to dry and you got there so late. So here is my suggestion for you. This insecurity that you have about telling him that you loved him, don't feel badly about that. If anything, that's the most courageous act that you could do. But you gotta follow it up by a very dignified second act. I suggest you call him on the phone. Tell him you miss him, you haven't seen him in ages. Do not be romantic. Exclude romance. Because you haven't been in touch, I'd normally say 2 months, but now I'm going to say 3 to 4. Hang out. And here is something you're never going to hear people say. Don't talk about the problem. This is the one case where I don't want you to talk about it. I don't want you to talk about the elephant in the room. The goal for you is to reestablish close, comfort, easy breezy. We go to movies, we chat, we hang out. Get his comfort level back and get yours. Then I want you to stand back and reassess everything. And actually, I think you need to call me on Magnify. Everyone, thank you for these video requests. And so I hope this has helped you. When you get a moment of insecurity, no matter what your situation, 3 questions you need to ask yourself. 1, is it me? 2, is it them? 3, is it the situation? Then you know where to start. Thank you, everyone who's writing me. Thank you, lovely ladies who wrote me here. And if you want to talk to me, I'm on Magnify. Just check my office hours each day. That's by the minute. Android and iPhone worldwide. It is so cool. I've got clients in the Arab Emirates. I've got clients all over the world, Australia, London, Canada, Detroit, wherever, right? And then also, if you want a real a time in advance that you know you're going to talk to me, go to either the consultation page where you can see the individuals, or book me for an entire day if you're in New York. This is awesome. Or if you're in Scottsdale, I'm there seasonally. It just depends. Take a look at my calendar. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for your support, and thank you for coming to my channel. Bye-bye now.